Well, that was kind of ugly. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary, back with another video recapping Jets Colts on Thursday Night Football. Before we get started, please make sure to follow on social media and call in and leave your response about the game. We'll get to it on the show next week. Now, this game against the Indianapolis Colts started out really ugly. The Jets made it semi-interesting in the second half, but it was pretty much over. The defense was downright brutal. It's not good. The defense is not good right now. They've been bad for 4 games in a row. It started out pretty good, but it's no, just no. So the Jets started with the ball. They would receive, and they'd come out throwing. They tried to work in a trick play. It didn't exactly work. White, I thought, was, on the first possession, a touch shaky when trying to throw the ball a little bit further than 10 yards. They picked up a couple of first downs on like some dink and dunk stuff, which is fine. Again, that was his bread and butter. But I did notice that when he tried to get it down the field a little bit, it was a touch of an issue. So the Jets would punt, and then, Colts just go right down the field. All game long, they'd go right down the field. It was mostly Jonathan Taylor, who had just a killer day on the ground, but then Hines would run for 34. The Jets defense was letting up big chunk runs from the jump street, but this was the first one, so 7-0. The Jets would respond, though. Elijah Moore would come in with a touchdown. The Jets go right down the field. This is Mike White bringing them right down the field. Keelan Cole extends the drive, which was really nice. A big play to Elijah, and then the Elijah Moore touchdown. And 7-7, it's tied up, but Mike White is hurt. 2 drives. That's what we were able to get from Mike White, the God. Not great. Next Colts possession, again, right down the field. Can't stop the run. It's mostly run. It's not like, later on they weren't good against the pass either, but the run, again, was killing them. Jonathan Taylor scores this time. Next possession, Josh Johnson comes in and Ty Johnson fumbles. Bad spot to fumble the football because Colts would go right down the field again. And this time it was frustrating, too, because the Indianapolis fumbled like 2 or 3 times, and the Jets just couldn't fall on it. A little flip to the tight end on a interesting play call down at the goal line would make it 21-7, and things were starting to get ugly at this point. I will give credit to Josh Johnson. He came in a tough spot and played pretty well. He was moving the ball a little bit now. Nice throw and catch to Tyler Kroft, who ended up getting hurt on the play because, of course, if everyone was getting hurt, every good play. So the Jets would settle for 3 to make it 21-10. Colts go right on down the field one more time. Now, if we get 4 for 4 on drives, 28-10. Jets don't do much. The Colts go right down the field one more time. But the Jets would stop. They would go for it on 4th down, and the Jets come up with a goal line stand. Good, I guess, positive spin. They bend but don't break that time. Jets punt, not much going. The Colts go right on down the field. And this time, it was just getting ridiculous at this point. You had an offensive line touchdown to make it 35-10. Jets punt, not much going on offensively at that point. And then Jonathan Taylor, 78 yards to the house, 42-10, down by 32. Embarrassed right now on national television. This team, one, isn't good on the road to begin with. So that maybe should have been our hint. And number 2, they're streaky. They're just an extremely streaky team. And when it's bad, it's ugly, and it was ugly. You'd get an Elijah Moore touchdown on the next Jets possession, his second of the day. Carter and Moore were good. That's a positive spin that we could take from this game. Michael Carter and Elijah Moore are legitimately good. 42-16. Jets finally somehow force a punt. Don't know how it happens, but the Jets finally force a punt. Jets go down the field. Josh Johnson finds Ryan Griffin this time to make it 42-23. Colts had a field goal, 45-23. Jets again get the ball. They're going right down the field. Ty Johnson into the end zone, 45-30. It's starting to get a little bit interesting here. And then the next time the Jets have the ball, I got to talk about it because, he's my guy, but just Denzel Mims with the drops. What? You got to get it together, my guy, especially against when Corey Davis is out. This was your time, and it's just frustrating because the talent is there. To me, what I saw, he was trying to catch the ball with his body instead of catching with his hands, and it's just Frustrating. But the Jets are driving down the field, and it looks like maybe they're going to get the backdoor cover. And then Josh Johnson picked off. So ball game over, 45-30 is your final score. Hat tip to Josh Johnson, who came in relief and put up actually some pretty gaudy numbers. 27-40, 317 yards, which is a 7.9 yards per attempt. 3 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. Again, Jets quarterbacks combined went for over 400, 410 and 4 passing touchdowns. So that's 2 weeks in a row of 400-plus yard passing. Mike LaFleur up in the booth, there's a difference. I'm sorry. Yes, a part of it is because you're not getting those rookie mistakes, but part of it is the play calling and design. So credit to Booth, Mike LaFleur, who's really good. Elijah Moore breakout game, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just love to see that. He's a legitimate weapon. Michael Carter was good. So those 2 guys being good, but just defensively, man, they were just really bad. Ashtyn Davis was. I mean, he's never been 15 yards with close to a receiver in his life. Took an awful route onto the ball carrier on the 78-yard touchdown from Jonathan Taylor. Marcus May gets hurt. It looks like an Achilles. He's probably going to be done. I would imagine that's his last snap as a Jet. CJ Mosley ended up missing a couple of Like, they were just not good defensive. Like, really, really bad. And now you have Buffalo. So Buffalo going to put up 70? Like, if you're giving up 54 to New England, 31 to Cincinnati, and now 45 to Indy, I mean, my God, Josh Allen might hang 70 on the Jets. And I don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback. Is Mike White going to be healthy? Is it going to be him? Is Zach Wilson going to come back? And is it going to be him? Is it going to be Josh Johnson again? We don't know. Have no idea. But have some time to think about it. It was not a great Thursday night game. But the Jets go home and are going to play the Bills, which is more than likely going to be rough. But after that, you have a couple winnable games against Miami. You play them a couple of times. Houston, Jacksonville. So you have some games where they should play better on paper. But we'll see. That's going to do it for me. Comment below. I'll talk to you next time.
Wow.